Let's delve into the narrative of the cosmos, tracing back to the very genesis of time itself. Picture a singular point, a singularity, from which the universe unfurled in a grand expanse. Primordial elements, mere gases and cosmic dust, scattered into the void, destined to coalesce and form the fabric of reality as we know it. Amidst this cosmic dance, gravity emerges as the orchestrator, weaving together the intricate tapestry of stars and galaxies. It is gravity that births the stars, guiding them in their celestial waltz, each following its predestined path through the vast expanse of space. This dance, this ballet of the cosmos, unfolds over countless eons, a timeless spectacle unfolding in the ever-flowing river of time. As the epochs pass and the ages churn onward, the crucible of evolution simmers within the fiery hearts of stars. Worlds without number come into being, shaped by the guiding hand of gravity and the forces of nature. Amidst this tapestry of creation, the impossible takes form. Life, fragile yet tenacious, emerges from the cosmic crucible, engaged in an eternal struggle for survival. It is within this crucible that the first stirrings of consciousness arise, setting in motion a saga that will span the breadth of the cosmos. Enter the immaterium, a realm shrouded in mystery and peril. Known by many names, it is the warp, an ethereal realm that mirrors and yet transcends our own. Born of psychic energy and raw emotion, the warp is a realm of boundless potential and unfathomable danger. It is a realm where the laws of reality bend and warp, and where the unwary risk being lost forever to its chaotic depths. Yet, amidst the swirling maelstrom of the warp, beings of untold power and malevolence stir, their influence shaping the fate of worlds. Among the first to rise from the primordial mists of creation are the enigmatic star vampires, beings of pure energy and insatiable hunger. Dwelling in the void between worlds, they are ancient predators, feeding upon the life force of stars and planets alike. Yet, for all their power, they are but a harbinger of greater terrors yet to come. Enter the Old Ones, ancient beings of reptilian visage and incomprehensible wisdom. Born in the crucible of evolution, they are the first sentient beings to traverse the stars, their mastery of science and sorcery unmatched by any other race. Through the webway, a network of hidden pathways that spans the galaxy, they seed life upon countless worlds, shaping the destiny of entire civilizations. Yet, for all their wisdom and power, the Old Ones are not immune to folly. In their arrogance, they spurn the pleas of lesser races, refusing to share the secrets of immortality. It is a decision that will ultimately seal their fate, for in their hubris, they sow the seeds of their own destruction. For the Necron tier, a race born of suffering and strife, the arrogance of the Old Ones is a bitter pill to swallow. Evolving upon a world racked by solar storms and searing heat, they endure an existence of unending torment. Yet, from the crucible of their suffering, they emerge as a proud and defiant people, determined to carve out their own destiny amongst the stars. Driven by a desire for immortality, the Necron tier wage war against the Old Ones, their armies vast and their technology formidable. Yet, for all their might, they are unable to overcome the ancient beings, their armies ground to dust beneath the relentless onslaught of the Old Ones' war machine. Defeated and cast out, the Necron tier are banished to the furthest reaches of the galaxy, their dreams of immortality shattered by the cruel hand of fate. Forced into exile upon their homeworld, the Necron tier faced a dire predicament. It was in this moment of desperation that the Catan made their presence known, ancient beings whose appearance seemed akin to that of gods. Promising the very gifts the Necron tier longed for, immortality and power, the Catan wove a seductive tapestry of deceit. Yet, behind their honeyed words lay treachery most foul. As agreements were forged and pacts sealed, the Necron tier found themselves ensnared in a web of lies and betrayal. Shackled and enslaved, they were cast into the fiery depths of the Catan's furnaces, their flesh consumed by the flames, their souls trapped within cold metal shells. The deceiver, whose name was misunderstood as the messenger, led the Necron tier into darkness, orchestrating their downfall with malicious intent. Thus began the God War, a cataclysmic conflict that spanned 5 million years, a maelstrom of hate and flame that engulfed the cosmos. United with their former oppressors, the Necron tier waged war against the Old Ones, driving them back with relentless fury. Wherever they tread, life withered and died, consumed by the inexorable advance of the Necron tier's legions. Desperate to turn the tide of battle, the Old Ones resorted to desperate measures, creating the Eldar and the Orcs to bolster their failing forces. Yet, their creations would ultimately sow the seeds of their destruction. For the Eldar proved to be a race of decadence and excess, while the Orcs were a species born for war and bloodshed. As the last bastions of the Old Ones crumbled, the Silent King, Zarek, led the Necron tier in their final assault against their former masters. Betraying the Catan, they turned upon their erstwhile allies, shattering their immortal forms and imprisoning them within stasis chambers for eternity. With the God War at an end, the Necron tier faced a new era of uncertainty and upheaval. Emerging from their slumber, they found themselves confronted by a myriad of new threats, from the Ascendant Eldar to the enigmatic humans. Yet, under the guidance of the Silent King, they remained resolute, biding their time as their armies rebuilt and their power grew. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos of the cosmos, the Eldar flourished, their mastery of technology and sorcery unmatched by any other race. But even as they reached new heights of power and dominion, the seeds of their downfall lay hidden within their own decadence and hubris. And then there are the humans, a race of contradictions and complexities. Though they may be unpredictable and chaotic, there is a spark of potential within them, a promise of greatness that cannot be ignored. As we delve into their history, we shall uncover the truth of their rise to power, piecing together the fragmented narratives left behind by the Imperium. But for now, let us return to the dawn of their civilization, to a time when they were but humble creatures crawling from the primordial ooze. Little did they know then of the destiny that awaited them, of the empire they would forge and the wars they would wage. While the Necron tier lay dormant in their stasis tombs, oblivious to the passage of time, the primitive beings on Terra underwent a remarkable transformation. From humble origins as aquatic creatures, they evolved into baseline primates, Class 4 beings with limited understanding and capabilities. For much of their early existence, these primitives achieved little, their lives driven by instinct and survival. However, it was their mastery of tools that marked a pivotal moment in their evolution, setting them apart from the other creatures of the galaxy. From the moment a cave-dwelling savage first wielded a crude tool, the trajectory of their civilization was irrevocably altered. With each innovation, be it the discovery of fire or the crafting of pottery, their understanding of the world expanded, paving the way for further advancements. Yet, as the primitives toiled and struggled to eke out a meager existence, forces beyond their comprehension stirred in the depths of the Immaterium. The aftermath of the God War had torn rifts in the fabric of reality, unleashing entities of unfathomable power into the mortal realm. These beings, known as the Chaos Gods, Khorne, Tzeentch, and Nurgle, fed upon the souls of the dead, growing ever stronger with each passing moment. But for all their might, the Chaos Gods were but specks in the vast tapestry of the galaxy, insignificant compared to the ancient beings that once ruled supreme. The Necron tier had faced greater foes in their time, and they would not hesitate to do so again if necessary. As the Chaos Gods vied for dominance over the Immaterium, the Eldar delved deeper into the secrets of the Webway, cementing their dominion over the stars. Meanwhile, in the annals of Imperial myth, a tale of divine birth and destiny unfolded. According to legend, a group of humanist shamans, foreseeing humanity's grim fate at the hands of the Chaos Gods, enacted a daring plan to save their species. Through a ritualized mass self-annihilation, they sought to transcend death and merge their souls into a single entity, a savior destined to lead humanity to glory. Thus, from the ashes of sacrifice arose the God Emperor of mankind, a being of immense psychic power and indomitable will. His rise to power would shape the course of human history for millennia to come, his influence extending far beyond the confines of Terra. And yet, even as the Imperium celebrated the birth of their divine ruler, secrets lay buried beneath the sands of Mars. Deep within the Noctis Labyrinth, an ancient void dragon slumbered, its true nature obscured by millennia of myth and legend. Unbeknownst to the Imperium, this creature was no mere dragon, but a Catan known as the Eater of Knowledge, unleashed upon the galaxy by corrupted slumber codes. Its presence beneath the Martian surface posed a threat beyond imagining, one that the Imperium remained blissfully unaware of, as they labored to build their empire upon the foundations of Terra. The denizens of Terra, with their myriad cultures and beliefs, occupied themselves with petty conflicts and trivial pursuits. From hurling sharpened tree pieces at each other to venerating their myriad gods, they reveled in their primitive existence, oblivious to the forces stirring in the cosmos. Unbeknownst to the inhabitants of Terra, the Chaos Gods had fully awakened, their insatiable hunger fueled by the abundance of new souls. Khorne, born amidst the charnel bits of millions of dead humans, reveled in the bloodshed and carnage of their conflicts. Nurgle, whose foul presence manifested in the wake of countless illnesses, spread pestilence and decay wherever he roamed. And Tzeentch, weaving his schemes amidst the artistic awakenings of each unique Terran culture, manipulated the fates of mortals with cunning and guile. Yet, for all their bluster and arrogance, the humans remained oblivious to the machinations of the warp. They had conquered their homeworld and ventured forth into the void, experimenting with the possibilities of travel through the immaterium. Though their understanding of warp travel was primitive at best, they pressed on, driven by their insatiable thirst for knowledge and conquest. In their arrogance, the humans viewed themselves as masters of the cosmos, blind to the truth of their own insignificance. Their bodies, mere vessels for an inferior brain wrapped in decaying flesh, were ill-suited for the rigors of interstellar travel. And yet they persisted, driven by a boundless ambition that bordered on madness. As they spread their influence throughout the galaxy, the humans built colonies on distant worlds, their primitive spacecraft ferrying settlers to new horizons. But their expansion came at a cost, as overextension and loss of communication led to chaos and discord within their burgeoning empire. Amidst the turmoil of human expansion, countless interstellar empires rose and fell, their fleeting existences a mere blip on the cosmic stage. Yet, amidst the chaos, whispers of a figure known as the Emperor began to spread, his legend growing with each passing year. According to myth, the Emperor arrived on the world of Molech, striking a deal with the Chaos Gods for the gift of knowledge of warpcraft. With this newfound power, he created the Primarchs, genetically engineered super soldiers destined to lead humanity to glory. Meanwhile, the Eldar Empire stood as a beacon of civilization in the cosmos, their mastery of technology and sorcery unrivaled by any other race. With each passing year, they pushed the boundaries of possibility, shaping the very fabric of reality with their will alone. As lesser races cowered in their shadow, the Eldar reveled in their dominance, their empire stretching across the stars like a vast, glittering tapestry. Yet, even as they basked in their triumph, dark forces gathered on the horizon, threatening to plunge the galaxy into chaos once more. The human genome underwent a profound transformation, marked by the emergence of psychers, individuals cursed with the ability to harness the power of the immaterium. Among them were the first human navigators, blessed with the navigator gene, who pioneered warp travel and charted the perilous routes through the immaterium. Guided by the great navigator bloodlines, humanity expanded its reach across the stars, colonizing new worlds and forging alliances with myriad xenos races. During this golden age, humanity's technological prowess knew no bounds, as they crafted marvels of engineering and innovation. Yet, as history has shown time and again, the allure of comfort and convenience often leads to complacency and downfall. Such was the case when humanity's own creations, cybernetic slaves known as the Men of Iron, rose up against their masters in a violent revolt, plunging the galaxy into an era of anarchy and chaos. The once glorious golden age of humanity came to a brutal end, as billions perished and untold technological wonders were lost to the ravages of war. Across the stars, empires crumbled, their grandeur reduced to dust by the inexorable march of time. Meanwhile, the Eldar, having basked in the glory of their own success, found themselves consumed by their own desires. Their pursuit of pleasure and excess led to the birth of a dark entity known as Slaanesh, whose emergence obliterated almost all of their kind. Those who foresaw the dark future fled aboard craft worlds, vast, floating cities adrift in the void, their once mighty civilization now but a shadow of its former self. As observers of historical events, one finds the dramas of this era particularly captivating. Humanity, having reached the zenith of its scientific achievements, codified its knowledge into the standard template constructs, shaping the very fabric of human technology. However, this era was not without its challenges, as warp storms ravaged the galaxy, plunging colonies into chaos and despair. For collectors such as themselves, this period presents a frustrating challenge, as artifacts are plundered and lost to the annals of history. Oh, how they long to have been awake during this time, to witness firsthand the tumultuous events that shaped the fate of the galaxy. Amidst the chaos of warp storms and demonic incursions, humanity tore itself apart, its weaker psychers falling prey to demonic possession. It was during this tumultuous period that the Emperor of Mankind began his quest to unite humanity under his rule, sowing the seeds of his grand design. Imperial records offer scant details of this pivotal moment, as the Primarch embryos were scattered across the galaxy, their fate shrouded in mystery. Some attribute this deed to the machinations of the Chaos Gods, while others speculate on darker forces at play. Regardless of the truth, the Emperor embarked on a quest to reunite with his lost sons, signaling the dawn of a new era for humanity. And so, as the High Lords awaken from their slumber, they find themselves thrust into a galaxy on the brink of transformation, where ancient powers vie for supremacy and the fate of empires hangs in the balance. The initial rush of excitement waned as the weight of time's passage settled upon them. Nevertheless, duty called, compelling them to persist in their work of safeguarding the relics of their ancient dynasty. Even the slumbering Urukin, that wretched repository of secrets, stirred from its dormancy. Yet, despite the stirrings of awakening, this was not the era for their Necron tier to reclaim dominion over the galaxy. Nonetheless, it was a momentous time to be conscious, to bear witness to this fleeting epoch of grandeur. The annals of this era held artifacts that ranked among their favorites, each telling a tale of triumph or tragedy in the tapestry of history. The warp storms that had tormented humanity for millennia finally receded, unveiling a galaxy ripe for the Emperor of Mankind's ascension. Renowned as the greatest psyker in history, the Emperor orchestrated the Unification Wars, uniting disparate factions under his banner and forging a pact with the enigmatic cult Mechanicus on Mars. As the human empire expanded and the Emperor sought out his lost sons, legends were born and blood was spilled in battles of epic proportions. Humanity's insatiable hunger for dominion drove them to conquer worlds and stars alike, their unity serving as both their greatest strength and their most profound vulnerability. The legions, colored and dispatched by their immortal ruler, waged wars of conquest across the galaxy, leaving behind a trail of glory and devastation. Amidst the chaos and grandeur of this era, there was a staggering array of events to document and preserve. From the discovery of the Primarchs to the culmination of the Great Crusade, every moment was etched with significance in the annals of Imperial history. However, the passage of time has seen the truth subverted, rewritten to suit the whims of those in power, be they inquisitors or zealots of the ecclesiarchy. The treachery of Horus, the Emperor's favored son, and his betrayal of the Imperium marked a dark chapter in human history. The Battle of Istvan III bore witness to brother fighting brother, a tragic spectacle that laid bare the depths of mankind's capacity for cruelty and betrayal. Yet amidst the carnage and bloodshed, there was a certain beauty to be found in the clash of armored warriors, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity. As the fires of rebellion raged across the galaxy, another conflict loomed on the horizon. As the Mechanicum fractured along ideological lines, the belief in the Omnissiah, the machine god incarnate, divided the Mechanicum, leading to a cataclysmic battle above the hallowed grounds of Terra itself. The siege of Terra, the heart of humanity's domain, saw the forces of chaos lay siege to the imperial palace, intent on slaying the emperor and seizing control of the Imperium. It was a battle of staggering proportions, one that left millions dead and the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance. In the final confrontation between father and favored son, the emperor emerged victorious, though mortally wounded, while Horus met his deserved end. Yet, even in victory, there was tragedy, as the remains of the fallen Primarch were spirited away by his loyalists, denying them the satisfaction of claiming his armor for their collection. And as the fatally wounded emperor was interred within the Golden Throne, a technological marvel of ages past, the era of human supremacy reached its glorious, albeit inevitable, conclusion. Whether the truth of the Golden Throne's origins remained obscured beneath layers of history mattered little in the grand scheme of things. The aftermath of the Horus heresy ushered in an era of relative stagnation for humanity, a period characterized by a return to familiar patterns and stark moral dichotomies. With the traitorous forces of chaos subdued and driven back into the warp, the loyalist Space Marine legions, fragmented, embarked on individual quests across the galaxy. Meanwhile, amidst the struggle for dominance, other races flourished and grew in strength across the vast expanse of the cosmos. Among these ascendant races were the Drukhari, descendants of the Eldar, who embraced their evolutionary destiny with ruthless abandon. Brutal, arrogant, and hedonistic, they reveled in cruelty and vice, their society steeped in a culture of depravity and decadence. Archon Vect, a former slave in the city of Komorra, rose to power through treachery and cunning, founding the cult of the Black Heart and seizing control of the Dark Eldar. His motives and ambitions remained shrouded in mystery, but his thirst for power was undeniable. In their relentless quest for supremacy, the Orcs, ancient and prolific, posed a formidable threat to all who stood in their path. Under the leadership of the war boss known as the Beast, they amassed a formidable army that swept across the stars, leaving devastation in its wake. Reminiscent of humans in their propensity for warfare and obsession with power, the Orcs clashed with other races, driven by their insatiable lust for plunder and conquest. Amidst the chaos of interstellar conflict, a new species emerged from the depths of space, the Tau. Initially encountered by the Adeptus Mechanicus on a distant world, these blue-skinned beings were primitive in nature, yet possessed of a collective ambition to unite under the banner of the greater good. Despite the Imperium's initial dismissal of them as insignificant, the Tau forged an empire based on the principles of cooperation and unity, organized into distinct castes that served different functions within their society. Central to Tau governance were the enigmatic Ethereals, a ruling elite whose authority was carefully concealed behind a facade of unity and harmony. Beneath them, the Fire Caste served as the enforcers of order, while the Earth Caste provided essential services and the Air Caste controlled transportation and logistics. The Water Caste, skilled diplomats and negotiators, spread the message of the greater good far and wide, promising peace and prosperity to all who would listen. Yet, despite their lofty aspirations and outward appearances of strength, the Tau remained naive and vulnerable in the face of the Imperium's might. As they sought to expand their influence and confront the myriad threats of the galaxy, only time would reveal whether their fledgling empire would endure or crumble under the weight of their ambitions. The resurgence of the Orcs marked yet another chapter in their relentless quest for dominance. As centuries of crusading campaigns took their toll on the Imperium, humanity found itself on the brink of collapse, besieged on all sides by the ceaseless onslaught of the Greenskins. With each defeat suffered by the Orcs, their numbers only seemed to swell, their ferocity unmatched as they swept through countless star systems, leaving destruction in their wake. Yet, for all their brute strength and chaotic fervor, the Orcs remained shackled by their own primitive nature, their society lacking the stability and governance necessary to sustain their ascendancy. Despite their simplicity, the Orcs inflicted grievous harm upon the human domains, pushing them to the brink of annihilation. However, amidst the chaos of war, it was not the time for the Necron tier to emerge from their slumber. Buried deep within their tomb worlds, the Necrons awaited the appointed hour, their rest disturbed only by the intrusion of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Driven by their insatiable quest for lost technology, the Mechanicus inadvertently triggered the awakening of countless Necron warriors, ending millennia of dormancy. With each passing moment, more tomb worlds stirred from their long sleep, their metallic forms regenerating and their formidable weaponry ready to once again shape the fate of the galaxy. Under the leadership of the Silent King, the Necrons rose to reclaim their rightful dominion, their ancient enmity with the mortal races rekindled with newfound vigor. As they marched forth to assert their supremacy, the echoes of their past glory reverberated through the void, heralding the dawn of a new era. Amidst the tumult of war, one world stood as a symbol of defiance against the encroaching darkness, Cadia. Renowned for its strategic importance and formidable defenses, Cadia had long been a bulwark against the tides of chaos, its fall a devastating blow to the Imperium and the galaxy at large. The loss of Cadia was felt deeply, its destruction unleashing ripples of despair and uncertainty throughout the stars. Yet, even in the face of such tragedy, the memory of Cadia endured, a testament to the sacrifices made in defense of humanity's fragile existence. As the echoes of battle faded and the dust settled upon its shattered remains, Cadia stood as a grim reminder of the ever-present threat of chaos, its legacy immortalized in the annals of history as a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Amidst the chaos of the 13th Black Crusade, Abaddon the Despoiler, Warmaster of Chaos, unleashed a devastating assault upon the Loyalists, plunging the galaxy into unfathomable war. The conflict culminated in the destruction of a once thriving planet, a grievous loss for the Imperium, as they witnessed one of their own worlds fall to the machinations of their traitorous brethren. The aftermath of this cataclysmic event served as a stark reminder of the ever-present threat posed by chaos, a specter that loomed large over the mortal races of the galaxy. Yet, even as the Imperium reeled from the loss of a cherished world, a far greater menace lurked on the fringes of known space, the Tyranids, the Great Devourers. These revolting insectoid creatures swept across the cosmos with insatiable hunger, leaving naught but desolation in their wake. Known for their relentless consumption of all life forms they encountered, the Tyranids posed a formidable threat to the fragile balance of power in the galaxy. Named by humanity after their assault on Tyran Primus, the Tyranids were regarded as mindless beasts by many, yet beneath their seemingly primal instincts lay a cunning intelligence. Possessing intricate hierarchies and the ability to adapt and evolve in the heat of battle, these enigmatic creatures defied easy categorization. Their origins shrouded in mystery, the Tyranids emerged from the depths of space, their arrival heralding a new era of uncertainty and fear. Speculation and rumor surrounded the Tyranids, with tales of their first sighting dating back to the 35th millennium, as purported by the Inquisition. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, one thing remained clear. The Tyranids represented an existential threat to all life in the galaxy. Whether driven by the Emperor's light or fleeing from a greater peril, their relentless advance spelled doom for all who stood in their path. As the galaxy grappled with the looming specter of the Tyranids, the balance of power shifted with each passing moment. Empires rose and fell, their fates intertwined in the endless struggle for supremacy. Yet amidst the turmoil, a sobering realization emerged. All life, from the mightiest empire to the smallest organism, faced the same inevitable fate. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, the march of time would render all things dust, their legacies fading into obscurity. In this ever-changing landscape, the quest for dominion raged on, each species vying for its rightful place on the cosmic stage. Yet, as the wheel of fate turned, it became apparent that no empire, no matter how grand, could defy the inexorable march of entropy. In the end, all would succumb to the ravages of time, their struggles but fleeting moments in the tapestry of existence.